Well, good morning. Today's a milestone day for the history of our North American Soccer League team and for our entire community. Today's the day we reveal the much anticipated name and logo of our new professional soccer team, something that we've all been waiting for since the NASL made their announcement that they were awarding a team to Jacksonville this past July. We're pleased to be joined today by Jacksonville Mayor Alvin Brown, City Council President Bill Gulliford, Chamber President Daniel Davis. Where's Daniel? There he is. NASL Commissioner Bill Peterson. And of course, the leadership of the team owner Mark Frisch, Team President Steve Livingstone, and Team General Manager Dario Sala. Dario brought his friends. Don't have to go far to find Dario's friends. Thank you all for joining us in what is the next crucial step in bringing professional soccer to Jacksonville. It's really an exciting time to be in Jacksonville and to be a soccer fan. We're just about 1 year away from hosting the World's Game right here in our city, and we're just minutes away from hearing the name. One of the men responsible for making professional soccer in Jacksonville a reality certainly is Mark Frisch. It's his passion, his vision, and his commitment to the sport that made this day possible. But not only does he bring a love and a respect of the sport to this team, as Executive Vice President for Seabest, one of the top seafood suppliers in the United States, he also brings a proven record of business success and deep ties to the Jacksonville community. Please join me in welcoming Mark Frisch.
Thank you so much, Cole, for that intro. First, I want to thank my family for being out here today. My grandfather, my mother, my older brother, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, especially, though, my wife, Meredith, and my daughter, Lila. The best. Love you. I want to thank Mayor Alvin Brown, Council President Bill Gulliford, Chamber President Daniel Davis for being here today. Having the support of the city and the business community as we launch professional soccer in Jacksonville is so important. The NASL will represent the First Coast with pride and elevate the region on a national and international map. I look forward to continuing to work with you as we grow Jacksonville as a destination for world-class sports and entertainment. Also want to recognize Bill Peterson, Commissioner of the NASL, a highly experienced and progressive sports leader who has directed teams, leagues, and sports entities around the world. Also, thanks to the representatives from our youth and adult soccer leagues. You too have been integral to getting us here today and will continue to be so important to our future success. Thank you so much for coming. Today, we are all here to celebrate the naming of Jacksonville's professional soccer team, a day for which fans have been waiting. When I set out to bring a professional soccer club to Jacksonville, my goal was to bring a team that would win on the field, offer fans the special experience that you can only get at a soccer game, become a strong, stable part of this community, a way for more than the 300,000 soccer fans in the region to come together in their passion for this sport, and also to introduce an organization that will work for and support our community on a regional, national, and international stage. From day one, we committed to make this club the fans' team, the community's team, Jacksonville's team. In November, we launched a team name contest and extensive survey, allowing fans to submit the name and colors they'd like to see on the field on game day. Out of the 1,500 submissions, it became clear that fans, like us, wanted a name that was strong, determined, and forward-moving, just like our great city of Jacksonville. A name that pays tribute to our rich history, our connection to the river and ocean, and our ironclad ties to the military community, while signifying that we are a city on the move. I ask you now to turn your attention to the TV screens as we reveal the name and logo.
your NASL soccer team.
Jacksonville Armada Football Club. I cannot wait to say that on game day.
There we go. Jacksonville Mayor Alvin Brown has been a tremendous partner and an ally as the group has worked to bring professional soccer back to Jacksonville. In addition, under his leadership, Jacksonville has continued to emerge as a leading destination for quality sports and entertainment events in the Southeast. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Alvin Brown.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here for this exciting announcement. Boy, what a great day for the city of Jacksonville. Before I get into my remarks, I want to acknowledge Bill Peterson. Thank you, Bill, for being here, the commissioner, my good friend, Mark Frisch. Let's applaud him for his leadership, his vision, his commitment to make Jacksonville a destination for soccer. I want to also acknowledge Dario Sala, the founder. Thank you also, President of the Sun Group Soccer, Steve Livingstone, the club president, council president, Bill Gulliford, and Culpepper, the MC. And I want to also acknowledge my good friend, Dan Marino, as in Daniel Davis. I always call him, he looked like Dan Marino. And Alan Verlander, good to see you. Thank you, sir, for all you're doing for our city. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this moment when we could have a professional soccer team to call our own, and now we have the name, the Jacksonville Armada. What about that name? Harry Frisch. Harry, good to see you out there. Give me a thumbs up, buddy. Yeah, good to see you. There you go. Today's announcement is not just the next step forward, it's a giant leap as we get closer to feeling our own professional soccer team, our home team. In recent years, Jacksonville has developed a strong record as a community with a lot of enthusiastic soccer fans. I know professional soccer will be a great addition to our community. It's a global sport. It's a friend-family game. It's always action-packed. Having a professional sports team, this brings one excitement to the heart of our city. And it adds momentum to our city to continue to build Jacksonville as a sports destination and entertainment center of the world. Jacksonville is a big sports town. It's one of our strengths as a city, and I believe we should make the most of it. You know, when I was coming over here, I was talking to Joel, who is a big advocate in bringing on sports and activities, and I said, man, what great vision for this city that Mark Frisch has. What a way to think about the current generation and the next generation. And that's why I've always been a strong advocate for more sports in Jacksonville. Bringing sports teams and sporting events here is a major part of my economic development strategy for the city. We're building on the success we've had with the Jaguars, the players of the golf championship, and the Florida and Georgia football game. And we've also had great success with one-time special sports events, the Davis Cup tennis tournament, Major League Soccer games with the Philadelphia Union, the NBA preseason game with the Orlando Magic, the Navy Marine Corps Classic basketball game, and of course, the big crowds we drew with the U.S. men and women national soccer matches. A sports team like this is one important to the brand and identity of our city. It's one more way that people from all over will hear about Jacksonville. It's one of the more attractions that bring people to our city. It's one more amenity that contributes to the quality of life for people living here. Sports add to the pulse of the city. It's about generating energy and excitement. It's about having a good time. It's about drawing people together. And let's not forget, it's also about dollars and cents. Sports already contribute more than $100 million each year to our local economy. And so, Mark, because of your vision and commitment, we will be able to showcase to the world that Jacksonville is going to the next level with professional soccer. Just think, when the soccer teams from Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, and Atlanta come here to play our team, we're going to have their fans traveling here, staying in our hotels, eating our restaurants, and shopping in our stores. That's good for our economy. So I want to thank you for your vision, Mark, and your commitment. I look forward to being a part of this tremendous, tremendous opportunity for our city. And God knows we're ready for the game opener to take place next year when our home team takes the team on the field. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support. And I'm all in with you. Stand up, man. Come on, let me get that handshake. Here you go, right here. Mark Frisch, delivering for Jacksonville. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Mayor Brown. As team president, Steve Livingstone has extensive knowledge and experience in starting up and in bringing great success to professional sports teams. He has a rich background, including more than 20 years in professional soccer in the UK and in American football with both the NFL and NFL Europe. His background and expertise are laying the groundwork for a strong, stable, and successful launch of Jacksonville Armada FC. Please join me in welcoming team president Steve Livingstone.
Good morning, everyone. Before I get started, I just want to say congratulations to Mark and Dario on the new team. So, my heartfelt congratulations, Mr. Mayor, who's just had to leave for a flight, Commissioner Peterson, esteemed council and chamber members, ladies and gentlemen, and in particular, you, our fans back there. Let me hear it. Armada. Okay. A great soccer manager once said that without fans, football is nothing. We believe that, and the natural place for us to find an identity for our new team was with our fans. Our fans spoke to us through an extensive survey and told us that they wanted a team that is passionate, progressive, and determined. I'm pleased to say that Jacksonville Armada FC is that team, named by the fans for our great city. The name Jacksonville Armada FC and the blue, gold, and white colours were all suggested by the fans. Take a closer look at the dramatic new logo. Our fans wanted to see the region's history, the city's ties to the military, and connection to the river and ocean reflected in the name, logo, and colours. I'm really honoured and delighted today to welcome Lieutenant Christian Miura with the US Coast Guard, who's here to represent all branches of the military that call Jacksonville home. Lieutenant Miura, do you want to stand up, please? Thank you, sir. Not only does Christian serve our nation, he's also a soccer fan. He plays soccer, is a volunteer soccer coach, and his sons play soccer. Thank you for your service, Christian, and for joining us today. The robust anchor, featured so prominently in the logo, is symbolic not just of our maritime history and tradition, it also symbolises the foundational role that the team will play in our city and our commitment to being an integral part of the next chapter in Jacksonville's sporting history, and also to being anchored to the community. The name Armada, with its historical significance, also gives a nod to the city's rich tradition and history, not only historically, but in soccer also. The Jacksonville T-men played in the original NASL in front of crowds of 15 to 20,000 at the old Gator Bowl in the early 1980s. Some of you may remember that. And as Mark said, we estimate there are nearly 300,000 soccer enthusiasts in Jacksonville and the surrounding areas. They now have a team to call their own. Our region is truly rich in soccer, with teams at the University of North Florida, Jacksonville University, Flagler University, and the University of Florida, all fielding successful soccer programs. There are an estimated 15 to 20,000 recreational and competitive participants playing the game in more than 15 organised youth and adult soccer leagues around our region. And again, now they have a professional soccer team to bring even greater focus as the beautiful game continues to grow in our city. Jacksonville Armada FC's goal is to bring together all interested parties, to inspire a whole new generation of soccer fans, and to give the region a strong and successful professional team with a winning tradition which everyone can be proud of. The name Armada itself brings to mind an awesome, distinct, unified, formidable, and forward-moving force. As we progress toward readying ourselves for our inaugural season next year, these are the qualities our fans will see from our club every step of the way. And we invite everyone in the community to get on board. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Next, we're going to hear from the man who will be tasked with building the team on the field, Jacksonville Armada General Manager Dario Sala. Dario is a widely respected, known worldwide in fact, professional goalkeeper. Started his 20-year career with San Lorenzo, continued to play with esteemed clubs such as Talleres and later Racing de Cordoba, and with the MLS, FC Dallas, before retiring in 2010. I can think of no one better suited to help build the Jacksonville Armada on the field than Dario. Please welcome Dario Sala.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I want to thank all the people in this stage. I want to thank Mark Frisch for sharing his vision almost a year ago when he wanted to bring professional soccer to town. When we came together to bring to Jacksonville the professional soccer team, we were looking at a team in it to win it. We want to win this league. We just don't want to be here to see. We want to win this league. I promise you I will bring the best talent to town. I will scout in every park and every college for any players. We will look at some of the players overseas. We will build a team that first and foremost win, but that is made of players that fit into Jacksonville and want to be part of building something great here. 3 days later, I was on the team. No, I'm sorry. I believe in tryouts. I know youth soccer leagues are looking to showcase their talent here. We will give them a chance, a real chance. I came from a tryout. I built my career of 20-year professional from an ad in a newspaper. So I really believe that talent is there and we will sign it for our team. I just want to thank you for all your support to the youth clubs in this town. They were founded by the team and former players. And at the time that they played in North American Soccer League, I was in Argentina and I only knew about American soccer for North American Soccer League. So I want to thank you all. My commitment is to build on the great base that we have today in Jacksonville, to use my worldwide network and relationship, and to build the best team on the field for our fans. Thank you so much, and go Armada!
Thank you, Dario. I don't think I'm alone in saying that I can't wait to see the team that you put together as the season approaches in 2015, the inaugural year. We're lucky here in Jacksonville. Not only are we home to the league's newest team, the commissioner of the North American Soccer League also calls the region home. Here to give us an update on the NASL and the Jacksonville Armada's role in the North American Soccer League is Commissioner Bill Peterson.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. What a great gathering. Welcome, everyone. Glad to see you here. I want to start off with an announcement. Usually I work in a couple of jokes to each one of these programs, but today my wife's here and she strictly forbids me from telling jokes, saying that only I understand the punchline. So there will be no jokes today. That part of the program's been canceled. That was not a joke. Let me start off by also thanking Mark. This has been an incredible process for us at NASL since the time we first met and started discussing his desires to bring professional soccer to Jacksonville. Mark went through a very well done due diligence, examining every opportunity that presented itself across the country, and came back and selected NASL, and we couldn't be more proud of having him involved in this league. He is a man of vision, and he is a man of passion. And I really want to thank him for choosing the Armada name, because I also filled out the questionnaire, and I selected Armada after a lot of thought. A couple weeks ago, I started getting a little nervous going, what happens if the commissioner picked the wrong name? You know, what's that mean? I'm not in tune with my ownership. I'm not in tune with the community. I called Steve. I'm like, Steve, I really need to know what the name's going to be, because I got to have a plan if you chose something other than Armada. He wouldn't tell me. He goes, I don't trust you. I've known the guy for 20 years. He goes, I'm not telling you. So up until a couple days ago, I was sweating it. But it's a wonderful name. I love the thought and process that went into it, and I think it's going to be a strong member of NASL. So briefly, let's think about NASL. A league with an incredible history and an incredible legacy. 40 years ago, a group of people came together and set out to change the world through soccer. They had ambitious goals, vision, and passion. They were up against incredible odds. It's 40 years ago. There weren't millions of kids playing soccer every afternoon in the fields in our communities. There weren't SUVs. There weren't soccer moms. This was a group of people that really believed the game was global and that it was time that it reached the shores of America. It was one of the strongest leagues in the world and still recognized for a lot of accomplishments. They played in that league all over the world, every continent. Players like Pele, Cruyff, Beckenbauer. It was a show. It was a show to prove that this was a global game and that indeed its time had come. Without those pioneers, we might not be here today. And for sure, soccer would not be where it is in North America. A vibrant, ever-expanding, and now a key fabric of our everyday lives. We owe a lot to those pioneers. Today's NASL shares a similar vision and is directed by a similar group of pioneers, of which Mark is a member of. We've built a league, 13 clubs in 3 years. Our goal is to get to 18 clubs, evaluate the landscape. We're taking our time. We're finding the right ownership groups in the right cities. We look for owners who believe in their community and who believe that these clubs are part of the community and are partners with the community. And in Mark and in the Armada, we've definitely found that. This is going to be a lot of fun. You've got cross-state rivalries existing with Tampa Rowdies, Fort Lauderdale Strikers. You're going to get a chance to go to San Antonio and play in front of a sold-out crowd in a soccer-specific stadium. You're going to get a chance to go play the Indy 11 in Indianapolis. They've sold out all of their tickets for 2014. They haven't played a match yet. You're going to get a chance to travel to Canada, to the Western States, and of course, to play the New York Cosmos, one of the greatest clubs of all time. We're building a league that will compete with the world's best clubs in the near future. The Armada will not only compete in NASL, they'll compete for the US Open Cup, they'll compete for the CONCACAF Champions League, and they'll compete with the best clubs around the world. Our motto, anyone, anytime, any place. Jacksonville is now part of the global soccer community and the global soccer economy. We believe that the epicenter of soccer will be in this country over the next decade, and Jacksonville and Armada are now part of that future legacy. I'm proud to serve as commissioner of the NASL. I'm also proud to live in a community where a gentleman like Mark steps up along with his great staff and delivers such an exciting addition to the sports landscape. Jacksonville has an incredible, sometimes overlooked soccer community, and that community, along with just the great sports fans that exist in this city, maybe one of the greatest sports cities in this country, as that all comes together, it's going to be quite exciting. Over the next few months, you'll see the evolution of one of the great spectacles, I think, in our generation, the evolution of professional soccer in this country. The lights are on, the show's about to begin, and you're all in store for an incredible experience that will change your lives in Jacksonville forever. Mark, the NASL, past, present, and future, welcomes the Armada to the legacy, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. The support of the city is going to be so key to the success that Jacksonville Armada will experience. It's an honor for us to have City Council President Bill Gulliford here to welcome the Armada. Council President.
Thank you, Cole. Good morning. I am so honored to be here with you all this morning for this monumentous occasion. And I want to tell you, yesterday I talked to somebody in Minnesota, and he said the snow was falling at a rate of 2 inches an hour. And so I want to thank Daniel Davis for this Chamber of Commerce Day for this announcement. And I'm getting hot underneath here, to believe it or not. But anyway, I'm proud to welcome Jacksonville Armada FC to our city. Our community's passion for sport in Jacksonville is well known, and the business of sport has become an important part of our community, greatly impacting our culture, economy, development, and identity. I commend Mark, Dario, Steve, and the fans for their dedication to this team and to the city, and for taking on the tremendous task of returning professional soccer to Jacksonville. I do want to recognize Mark, the Frisch family, and especially Harry Frisch, not only for their commitment to soccer, but for their longstanding commitment to and love for the Jacksonville community. You're a great man, Harry Frisch. The timing couldn't be better, and I expect they will see great returns on their efforts, with individuals, businesses, schools, and our military embracing the team, building excitement and celebrating all across Jacksonville. As a global game, soccer offers significant opportunity for Jacksonville to step onto the international stage. I join with all the fans in welcoming the team to Jacksonville and counting the days to kick off in April 2015. And thank you very much for including me here today.
Thank you, Council President. I now invite the Council President to participate in the official christening of Jacksonville's Armada.
All right. Stand back. You sure you don't want to do this? Huh? I'm the one that's going to get wet, right? All right, all eyes are on me, right? If I flub this, I'm in serious trouble. All right, you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
I don't think I know that.
Anybody?
Well, I started it out with a bang. That's good. Great job. Thank you, sir.
We have a little bit more of our ceremony here. I want to invite Commissioner Peterson to fire the ceremonial cannon, which will represent a warning shot to the rest of the NASL that Jacksonville Armada is coming. And then immediately after the firing, we'll have media availabilities over here to the right of the stage. On the count of 3. Thank you all for coming, and go Armada.